are going to be reviewing which one? You're going to be reviewing Beef.
Uh, Beef. Yeah, just saw the first 3 episodes.
Okay. So let's start off with you. So you watched Beef the first 3 episodes, and I'm going to be asking you a few questions about it. I want to first know, does it feel as good as the first season?
Man, yes, but different, but the same. It's
Okay.
same, but different. And like, I mean, the best possible way. I am so hyped about it. Like, out of all the shows I watch, like Christina, my wife doesn't always watch things with me. And I was like, hey, you should check this out. I was like, after the first episode, I was like, you got to watch this. Like, you're gonna
Yeah.
like it. She likes White Lotus, and so I was like, it's kind of like White Lotus, but with like a little bit more amp to it. It's a little bit more
Hmm.
bear, like the bear.
Yeah.
And she watched it, she was like, "Yeah, that's good, like, let's go on to the next episode," and then we watched the next episode, and then, like, today she was like, "Can we watch an episode?" I was like, "Yeah, let's do it," before we had to, like, take the dog for a walk and all this stuff, and it's just getting crazier and crazier, but, like, Oscar Isaac, he plays this version of a bunch of different characters, but, like, there's a little ex machina in there with him, where he's a little bit manipulative and a little bit of a
Yeah.
bad guy. He's not exactly a genius, but so there's that element. Cailee Spaeny plays someone very manipulative, surprising. Yeah, it's so good. Like, she's talented. She's one of my new favorite, like, young Hollywood actors. I think she's up there
Hmm.
for sure. I want to see her. Man, throwing this out there too. Fan cast. I want her as Kitty Pryde in the new X-Men cast. That's what yeah, throwing it out
That would
there.
be sick. Okay,
Um,
that's sick. Yeah.
I would be pumped about that. And then Charles Melton, he I just found out what look maxing is. The guy just is looks maxing in physical
I've been
form,
doing it for a
but
long time, so I know about it for a while.
oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah. He must have got it from you.
Mhm.
But he plays so remembers in Beef season 1, Steven Yeun has the brother who's kind of like the stupid, charming guy, but he's kind of
Yeah.
sweet, but he also kind of doesn't care. He's like simple. Charles Melton kind of plays that guy, but he
Nice.
plays like Channing Tatum. Like he's kind of stupid, but he's also very handsome and he's kind of charming. Yeah, he plays such a good one. And like the tension and the layers, and like it's A24, but it's a more like it looks A24, but it's vibrant. It's really weird. It's like
Interesting.
they did like a lighter version of the filter, but then amped up the colors.
Hmm.
So it's such a unique take on like and Jake Schreier, who did Beef season 1 and who did Thunderbolts, he directs
Yeah.
episode 1. So, and it is like it's so crazy how nothing really happens, and yet it's still so intense.
Didn't Jake also work on Agatha All Along or something like that? Like,
Well,
I think
maybe.
I think so, and there's something else coming up. Jake's one of those names are like, let's follow that one along too. That's the
Dude,
next biggie.
yeah, I feel like I wanna do like a whole like presentation just around how I think his X-Men movie is gonna go.
Yeah.
'Cause I have a lot of thoughts on this, but man, Beef season 2 off to an incredible start after 3 episodes.
How connected to the first season is it? Is it fully anthology or does it have some roots?
Yeah, as far as I know right now, not connected at all. So it
Okay.
very much feels like White Lotus season 1 to White Lotus season 2. And like you see some
Yeah.
characters that cross over, but that's about like we haven't gotten that yet. But there's
Not gonna
like
lie, you keep dropping White Lotus is selling me on this so hard. I
oh,
love that. Yeah.
I love White Lotus too,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think we both mutually do. But it's like it, but it's not, and that's the thing.
Mhm.
Like, there's White Lotus is a little bit more like lets you simmer, where
Mhm.
this is just
Well said.
it builds and builds. Like, it's so crazy to even make this comparison, but like if people have seen both, they'll understand. There's almost this level of like invincible in it, where like it's like oh shit, oh shit, oh
Oh, yeah.
shit. You know what I mean? Like it just seems
Yeah,
like how could this
yeah.
get worse?
It's not like it'll settle off into things, it'll just keep dropping things like that. I think I see what you're saying there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like, how could this possibly get any worse? And then
Yeah.
it does, and you're just like, that has to be fake. Like that didn't happen. And then
Ah,
it's like that happened. You're like, what?
damn, that's incredible.
Yeah. So I am yeah, I want to watch like the whole season tonight. I can't, but I want to.
How good is TV right now? Just you
I
saying
know, I
Invincible, we talked
know.
about The Boys, you got Daredevil. Yeah, we're living
Invincible's
in good
so
times.
freaking good too. Oh man, yeah, it is such a good time in TV right now.
The finale this week. We're gonna talk about Invincible in depth on the next episode of Geek Freaks, guys. Tune in for that. Um,
Mhm.
is there anything in particular you think is a highlight from this season that you want to make sure to mention before we give a grade? score.
just like stellar acting. I mean, just
Okay.
stellar acting. Oscar Isaac. He's just like it's Oscar Isaac, but he can just do so many different characters as
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac. You know what I mean? He's
Oh, yeah.
just so freaking good. I'm sure Carey Mulligan deserves a shout out in there as well because she plays a good like middle-aged lady just about to snap.
Mm,
And yeah, just this little event and how it spins off in all these different stories. So I think I'll leave it there because
okay.
you gotta just watch it and experience
Yeah.
it. And I got who knows? It may end up terrible by the end of it, but I really liked the ending of season 1 of Beef. It wasn't for
Mhm.
everybody. I really liked it. It was so freaking weird. I enjoyed it, so I'm sure they're gonna do the same. But yeah, it's so good.
I think I'm about to fire it up before I go to bed tonight. I think that's a good call. Okay. Good stuff.
Give yourself a little
Uh,
anxiety before you go to sleep.
yeah,
Good
that's
call.
speaking of anxiety, I can't I've fallen out of love with The Bear. I think I'm kinda done with that one. I don't know. That last season was like a
Ye
dud. Actually, I don't think I finished it.
I don't think I finished it either. And yeah, because it's not a comedy. There's no there was
Don't
very
get me
little
started.
relief in the episodes
God.
I saw. If you're gonna be a
Yeah.
comedy, you have to have some kind of relief. This does. And see, that's the other thing too. Like this actually has some comedy. There's some moments where I'm like, it's so messed up or it's so yeah, effed up that they would say that. Like it just makes me chuckle.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I don't know. I kind of laugh, even though I'm
Mm.
cringed.
Alright. I'm gonna be checking it out. I'm gonna check it out. The fact that the
Yeah,
Hacks
okay.
Hacks is losing to The Bear in comedy, some bullshit right there.
Hey,
That's what
so
Geek Freaks
true.
Awards are for, to fix that shit.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, not anymore though. Hacks won cleaned up last time. Well
Yeah.
deserved. Cleaned
It's
up.
new season start
Yeah,
pretty soon on that
so
one.
right? That
Uh
show's phenomenal too.